mother remembers nothing about what happened years ago involving her sister in the courts and elder services and months and months and months of hell. She doesn't remember. Because she doesn't remember, she'll still sit there and insist that she cannot be put into a nursing home against her will. When she sure as fuck can. They desperately tried to do that to her back when she was a million times better than she is these days. She can't be put into a home against her will. Her illness causes her to think that can't happen. At this point, I don't even care. I have no fight left in me. None. Never mind, I don't have any money. I don't have any fight left in me. If they come after us again, then I don't even care. I could end up homeless on the street at this point and not care. Okay? But that won't happen to me, Joe. As long as, and he'll lend me the money to do it, as long as I put Omar down, as long as I have my dog killed, which I would do here in the home, I can go to Joe's. She wants me out of the way because she doesn't understand. She can't live alone. And she thinks that as long as I'm out of the way, she'll be fine. And she lives in La La Land, and no one can ever put her in a nursing home against her will, and all this crap. She's not capable of getting it, so... I'm the enemy because I was forced to tell the professional, was forced to tell the primary care physician what was going on. She shouldn't have starved herself for a fucking month. She shouldn't have dropped 15 pounds in a month. Not eating enough, not drinking enough. Okay? She's been depressed before. I didn't say a word. And she's starving herself in front of me and putting herself in danger, and consequently, obviously, also not drinking enough. Okay? She's in danger of falling. She's weak and frail, in danger of falling and potentially being serious, suffering a serious or life-threatening injury. So I had to say something. Because it wasn't getting any better. It was getting worse. Well, he referred it to social services. He didn't do it at first, but then it was just, she wasn't getting any better, and, you know, and my mom had nothing good to say about me. We're in front of a stranger, so, you know, I don't really care. She always is like, just go to Joe's, just go, because she doesn't realize that she'll be removed from the home. She won't be able to live alone, but she thinks she can. She thinks if she removes me from the equation, everything will be just fine. It won't be just fine. She won't say why she stopped eating in the first place. Maybe it's just because she was bored with food. So, you know, but she didn't tell me that. She said she liked my meals, and again, I was trying to keep her healthy. You know, she has the heart problems. She had stuff before where they wanted to put her on medication. So, you know, instead she's like, I don't want to go on medication. So I'm like, all right, well, why don't we cool it with the cold cuts? They're like really bad, you know. But now I just want her to eat. She can eat anything she wants. Got her a whole bunch of frozen, fattening Stouffer's things. Most fattening, bad for you shit imaginable. don't have a car, and I can't, get her the just because she wants certain deliveries from restaurant food doesn't mean they deliver here. I'm meeting this stranger for the first time, and my mom sits there and has nothing good to say to me. About me. It's nothing good. She's like, we don't get along. She yells at me all the time. She even said I don't let her watch her church stuff, and that's not true. She hasn't gone to church in a month. She tried to say it was a couple weeks. It's been a month. I kept track of it. She didn't like me sitting there because, unlike with her psychiatrist, she couldn't lie. She wanted to pretend everything's fine. Still don't know why she stopped eating. She says she's not depressed. Okay, you've alienated everyone in your life. You don't want anybody over here. You just stay in your room. You haven't gone to church. You haven't go for a walk. You don't do anything, but you're not depressed. But most of all, you stopped eating. I never would have said anything because I don't. I figured that her psychiatrist will figure it out or whatever. But I had to when she's starving herself in front of me and crying over and she says she's not going to do that anymore. But she's bad-mouthing me in front of this stranger. Who knows what's going to happen with that? I don't care anymore. I'd put my dog to sleep and be homeless on the street. I don't even care anymore. I really don't. I have no fight left in me. I've killed myself for her. Fought, and even landed in the hospital with anxiety. Not that she cared at all. And she's going to sit there and have nothing good to say about me. To a total stranger who works hand in hand with health services. So... Of course, when her primary care physician said, and I was sitting there, I can't believe she said that. She also lied about me not letting her watch. She just had nothing good to say about me. And she tells me she doesn't mean it. But you said it all. You said it not to you. You said it to a stranger, a social worker. And then the doctor asked her, I said, okay, what does she yell at you about? And my mom goes, food. And he goes, well, does she yell at you about anything? What else does she yell at you about? My mom had nothing to say. Again, I wouldn't. She came home from her psychiatrist, and she'd only had a bowl of cereal early that morning. It was like, I'm not eating it all day long. I'm not eating for the rest of the day. And why she starved herself in the first place. I'm under a microscope again, and I just can't take it. I don't care anymore. If they try the shit that they tried years ago, I'll just won't care. I won't care. But she's living in La La Land, and meanwhile the woman who drove us yesterday said when you went to Joe's, your mother was devastated, and yet all she says is, just go to Joe's, just go to Joe's. That way, no, you won't be here to notice anything. You know what? Eventually someone will notice, Mom. Maybe not right away. I had to say something, otherwise people will see her, she'll go to her doctors and be like, what the fuck, why are you so fucking skinny? Plus she's constantly in danger. She doesn't remember anything that happened to us years ago. I remember it all like it was yesterday. I remember every tiny bit of it. I will not be put through that again. I will just say I don't care. Do what you want. I'll kill my dog. Joe will lend me the money, and I'll go with Joe, and my mom can fend for herself. And the woman who drove us was shocked. You don't say that kind of shit to someone you're just meeting brand new. It's not true. I'm not yelling at her all the time. The fact is, I wouldn't be in this position if I were perfect. If I never lost my cool, never raised my voice, never ever yelled, even when I see her putting herself in danger, like walking around when she's going to trip over her pants because the tiniest jeans are falling off her and they're down by her feet. No. If I just was absolutely perfect, I wouldn't be in this position. But I wouldn't be in this position if I wasn't in such a low position in this life. So I've been killing myself to protect her, killing myself to get her to eat fucking, the bare minimum, and even eating the bare minimum, she's still dropped 15 fucking pounds in a month. And she has to tell this total stranger social worker that I yell at her all the time, that we don't get along, that just nothing good to say about me at all. And she lied. She hasn't wanted to go to church. She also hasn't wanted to watch it on my thing. So that's a lie. And she sat there with me right there lying and saying that I don't let her watch her church thing. That was a lie. I asked her the other day if she wanted to watch the church thing, and she didn't want to. If I weren't such a loser in this life, I wouldn't be in this position. I will not fight anything I can't. I don't have it in me. Don't have it in me. Really don't. I told Joe that. Can't even tell you the other things I told Joe. Won't say it. No money and no fight left in me, and her, despite it happening years ago, but she can't remember, she thinks just nothing can happen. She thinks just go to Joe's, get away from me, and then I'll be fine. No, you won't. You will not be fine. And if they think that you're not happy with this situation, they're going to make it so there isn't a situation. But what she doesn't realize is she can't live alone, and they will, against her will, put her in a nursing home, but she thinks that can't happen. She thinks, she just is in la la land. She doesn't want to hear it. She doesn't want to hear anything. I know it's true, and so do other people. I have no fight left in me. I do not care. She shouldn't have started starving herself consistently for a fucking month. She shouldn't have done it. When she's intentionally putting herself in danger, I have to say something. It's that simple. I have to. I have to. I'm worried sick about her constantly, not gonna have something bad happen to her, and then they see that she's malnourished, and then they'll wonder, you know. So I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. If I get on her case, then she's gonna sit there and say and just badmouth me and not have anything good to say about me. So that must be how she really feels. She can deny it, but it must be how she feels, or why would she have said it? Right? But she's living in La La Land, and there's no way to get her to understand that. There's no way to get her to understand. She thinks, just like she always thinks, she can't wind up in a Mundo hustle again until it happens to her. She lives in La La Land. It's happened to her frequently, repeatedly over her life, but every time she thinks it can't happen. So I give up. I give up. I give up. Joe would say the same thing. Just whatever happens, happens, Laura. Just let the chips fall where they may. It's like I don't have any fight left in me. She's in La La Land. She used to know that you don't say stuff like that, or she just lives in La La Land. She shouldn't have started starving herself and also not drinking enough. I didn't say anything right away, but when it goes on week after week after week, I have to get her tested for blood work and everything else. I have to make sure, had to do it. I'm always welcome at Joe's. My mom doesn't get it. She doesn't appreciate anything I do. She doesn't understand that I'm the reason she's not already in a nursing home, okay? She thinks nothing's wrong with her and that I'm just here and, just to be at her beck and call and just to whatever. She even said, she's on her computer all the time. I have a right to be. I turned right back and said to this total stranger, can you don't tolerate under scrutiny. Be under scrutiny by people I would never be friends with in a million years. That's the thing. Lucky for me, I could say anything to Joe that I want. Can't say it out here. I can say it to Joe, and he understands. Gets it. I have no fight left in me. If they intend to go down that road again, then they can do it. I won't even fight it. Like I said, I'll have my dog killed and I'll go be with Joe. It's that simple. Don't care. Like I said, this wouldn't be happening if I were perfect. If I were a perfect human being and never got upset about anything.